Right now, Vice President Mike Pence will be in Madison today. We have the latest on what to expect from his visit.
Plus, Governor Evers says a plan is now in place to eventually reopen the state. What he says needs to happen before safer at-home restrictions can be lifted.
And it's a sunny but chilly start to this Tuesday morning. I'll have the full forecast in just a few minutes.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, folks, and happy Tuesday. It is April 21st. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Josh Brader. A big morning for us here on News 3 Now this morning. We're meeting a new member of our team. We've already introduced him a couple times this morning, but you're going to get to know him a little bit more coming up in this hour.
Yeah, Chris Stanford. You might have gotten a couple sneak peeks. We're trying to introduce him all morning before he takes the desk tomorrow morning. Wonderful local guy. You guys are going to love him. We'll introduce you to him yet again coming up in about 10 minutes.
Well, let's start this morning, though, with today's headlines and a developing story we've been following all morning. Multiple media outlets are reporting right now that North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's condition is in question following heart surgery. South Korea says their intelligence hasn't picked anything unusual at this point, but U.S. intelligence says Kim's life may be in, quote, grave danger. Speculation about Kim's health began after he recently missed the celebration of his grandfather's birthday on April 15th. He hasn't been seen in public since April 11th.
Also developing this morning, President Trump says he'll be signing an executive order to temporarily suspend immigration to the U.S. The president tweeted, "The goal is to protect Americans from the, quote, invisible enemy that is the coronavirus, as well as preserving American jobs." It's unclear when and how that suspension will take effect and how it would impact those who currently have a green card. Meanwhile, Vice President Mike Pence is making yet another visit to Madison today.
He is set to tour the GE plant making ventilators for COVID-19 patients, and that's where we find Keely Arthur live this morning ahead of today's visit. Hi, Keely.
Hi, Josh and Leah. Yes, so Vice President Mike Pence visited Madison about 3 months ago for a very different reason. He was here to promote school choice within Wisconsin. Obviously, a lot has changed since January 28th. Today, Pence is here to talk more about coronavirus and the efforts made to fight it. Pence, of course, is the head of the White House's coronavirus task force. At the end of last month, Ford Motor Company announced that it would produce 50,000 ventilators in collaboration with GE Healthcare within the next 100 days. And they have the ability to produce 30,000 a month thereafter as needed. Now, this is a simplified ventilator design. It is responsive to the needs, though, of most COVID-19 patients. Really cool, though, it operates on air pressure without the need for electricity. So obviously they have a ton of orders to fulfill, and there are incredible hardworking men and women inside this plant. You can kind of see it a little bit more behind me, and we're going to get a closer look inside today. News 3 Now's Eric Franke is actually sitting down with Vice President Mike Pence. He's going to talk to him about how Wisconsin is responding to the COVID-19 pandemic, and also what Pence thinks about reopening the economy here in our state. I'll send it back to you, too.
Really important conversation. Looking forward to that. Keely Arthur, thank you.
Right now, Governor Evers is rolling out his plan on how to gradually reopen the state with what he's calling the Badger Bounce Back Plan. He says it'll take some time and won't be like flipping a switch. Certain criteria will have to be met in order to reopen the state, including 2-week declines in positive tests and symptoms being reported, and officials need to make sure hospitals can treat patients and test at-risk healthcare workers.
The metrics we're using are based in large part on the president's guidelines for opening up America again that was issued by the White House on April 16th, 2020.
The state also has to see an increase in personal protective equipment to increase the lab capacity, so everyone who needs a test can get one, as well as increase contact tracing to track the spread. Governor Evers says right now Wisconsin does not meet the criteria to reopen. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos and Senate Majority Leader Scott Fitzgerald released a joint statement in response to the governor's plan, writing, quote, "Instead of listening to the resounding outcry from the people of the state, Governor Evers is now making it harder to reopen Wisconsin." Vos and Fitzgerald say that Dane and Milwaukee counties can't be treated the same as the Northwoods. For that reason, they're continuing to call on the governor to retreat from his one-size-fits-all approach and allow the state to open up regionally so people can get back to work.
The Wisconsin National Guard is stepping in to help pick up COVID-19 testing capabilities across the state. The Department of Health Services asked for the Guard's help when it comes to collection and mobile testing. About 225 extra soldiers mobilized over the weekend to offer extra sample collection teams. Meanwhile, the number of confirmed cases in our state continues to rise, with about 150 new cases confirmed in the last 24 hours. In total, there are now more than 4,500 coronavirus cases in the state. 382 of those are here in Dane County. That's up almost 20 cases from the day before. 20 Dane County residents have now died from complications of the virus. Health officials in Brown County are attributing a new cluster of confirmed cases there to a food processing company in Green Bay. That county is now at 292 confirmed cases, up by nearly 120 since Friday. County officials say employees at the JBS beef plant will now be offered voluntary testing. The state is also sending 2,200 testing supplies and personal protective equipment to Green Bay to help with the response to that outbreak.
6:05 right now. Hattie McLean is in the First Warn Weather Center with the 3 things to know today. A sunny morning, but it's quite cold outside this morning.
Yeah, it is sunny, so it's a little deceiving outside this morning. We have northwesterly winds that will be increasing, so you'll definitely want your jacket today. You won't need it tomorrow, though, as temperatures go back into the 60s, at least for a day. But wet weather returns for the end of the week, and we settle back into temperatures in the 50s as we close out the week. Here's what's happening right now. Not a whole lot across Wisconsin. A few light snow showers to the east. The cold front that moved through the area yesterday is now working its way to the east coast. You can see that broken line of shower activity moving eastward. But our forecast for today looks dry. Here's a look at weather track. Again, that cold front moving off to the east. High pressure from Canada is going to keep things on the cool side, unfortunately, for us today, but also very quiet weather expected. Here's a closer look at southern Wisconsin and the surrounding areas. Temperatures early this morning, we've actually dropped another degree here in Madison. We're 31, 30 in La Crosse. Through the north woods, temperatures are in the 20s. A little chilly in Rhinelander this morning with 23. That's where Superior is as well. Northwesterly winds will continue to pull in that colder air to southern Wisconsin, so don't expect a fast warm-up today. Those winds will be increasing in wind speed as well as we go towards the afternoon. So your future track forecast model takes temperatures from the low 30s this morning back into the low 40s by lunchtime. Lots of sunshine expected. That's the good news, but it will be chilly. Normal highs should be close to 60 this time of the year. We'll top at 49 here in Madison, 48 in Mineral Point, 48 as well in Platteville. Skies stay clear through the evening hours, but clouds are expected to roll in by about midnight tonight ahead of that next storm system. And it does bring chances for rain back into the area on Wednesday. You may see a few sprinkles or snowflakes early Wednesday morning. Best chance for more widespread activity is in the afternoon. Then we're back into the 50s Thursday and Friday. Looking like it could be kind of a wet start to this upcoming weekend as well, with rain expected on Friday as well as Saturday.
All right, a little bit more of an active weather pattern there, Hattie. Thank you.
6:07 now. New research out of Germany shows air pollution might be a key contributing factor to deaths from the coronavirus. According to The Guardian, 80% of deaths across 4 countries came from the most polluted areas. A study in the U.S. found similar results. Scientists say more research is still needed.
New information shows renewable energy could bring almost $100 trillion in economic recovery from the coronavirus by 2050. The International Renewable Energy Agency's director told The Guardian that the pandemic has exposed, quote, deep vulnerabilities of the current system and is urging governments to invest in renewable energy sources to kickstart economic growth and meet future climate targets. Now, this comes as U.S. oil prices reach a new record low thanks to the continuing decline in demand. U.S. oil futures were down below $0 a barrel Monday, meaning some oil producers were actually paying money for oil to be taken off their hands. This is the worst level for oil since futures trading started back in 1983. Well, Dane County is announcing plans for the first community-wide climate action plan. The plan sets goals to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in the county 50% by 2030. It also puts the county on a path to carbon neutral by 2050. County Executive Joe Parisi says while the coronavirus crisis is immediate, climate change is a slower moving risk and one of the greatest challenges of our generation.
2 moms in Sun Prairie are working on a new project to help promote social distancing and raise money in the meantime. Danielle Rapaski and Katie McEwen normally work together making t-shirts and crafts in their off time. A few weeks ago, their neighbors asked them to come outside to jump around out in the street. That gave them the idea to make sure people would, quote, jump responsibly, leading to their latest t-shirt design.
Well, for these shirts in particular, Katie came up with Practice Save 6, which we thought was pretty cheeky. We also have another one that we just launched. It's called Like a Good Neighbor, Stay Over There.
I love that.
Our producers have to love these puns. Katie and Danielle decided they wanted to help healthcare workers, patients, and researchers. So 100% of the proceeds from the t-shirt sales will go to UW Health's COVID-19 Response Fund. You can buy a t-shirt yourself over at jumpresponsibly.com.
All right, 10 minutes past 6 o'clock right now on this Monday. Let's take a closer look, or Tuesday rather. We don't want to go back to Monday. Closer look at the roads right now. A couple of delays popping up on Stoughton. Closer look at Rock County. No real issues to talk about if you're heading out on this Tuesday morning. If there's a look at your drive times right now, everything in the green. 26 minutes from Janesville to the Beltline, 16 minutes from Sauk City to Middleton, and 9 minutes from Sun Prairie to downtown.
Starting the week over?
No, please no. If only thing, let's go forward. And still ahead on this Tuesday morning as we go forward, we're very excited to introduce you to the newest member of our morning team.
And the nation's largest nurses union will be rallying outside the White House today. What they say Congress needs to do to help keep them safe. That story's next on News 3 Now this morning.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family cool this summer,
let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant. Whatever it takes.
Call and ask about a free estimate from Cardinal Heating Sun Prairie.
Give us a call at Dale's Heating and Air Conditioning, putting your comfort first.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. And with great deals available, there's never been a better time to buy at your local dealership. To find the dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
From our family to yours, we want to encourage you to keep going. Keep protecting what's most important. Keep hopeful in the face of all this. Keep believing. Keep being strong. Keep supporting the people on the front line. Keep staying together while staying apart. Keep being fearless. And most of all, keep dreaming. American Family Insurance is mailing our personal auto insurance customers a premium relief payment to help them keep going. We'll keep being here when you need us.
We here at Brothers Maine wanted to check in with everyone in the light of the COVID-19 epidemic. We're going to do everything we can here at our store to make sure everything's clean, disinfected, and ready for customers to come in and shop with us. Not only can we come to your house and set up the products as we normally would, but we're also going to be offering a free drop-off service in Dane and Rock County. There's nothing more important to our company than making sure that our employees and our customers are safe and healthy.
We can't offer much during this time of crisis, but we can offer what we have. So from all of us working early mornings on the farm, long days in the plant, or late nights stocking shelves, doing all we can to get you the milk you need. We hope it makes your breakfast a little brighter, your snacks more nutritious, and reminds you when it comes to caring, there is no expiration date. Milk. Love what's real.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. As part of your community, we're here to help you during these challenging times.
Keeping your Toyota safe and reliable is important, especially right now. Many of our service centers are open. Schedule service online and drop off and pick up your vehicle with no contact. Need to replace your old vehicle? Most Toyota dealers offer online shopping and will defer your first payment for 90 days.
We're here for you. Contact your local Toyota dealer to see how they can help. Toyota.
Welcome back. Some states are preparing to end stay-at-home restrictions despite warnings from health officials that the coronavirus remains a significant threat. Georgia's governor says starting as soon as Friday, businesses like bowling alleys, hair salons, and fitness centers can reopen. The governors of Tennessee and South Carolina have announced similar rollbacks for distancing policies. South Carolina could open its businesses in a limited capacity as soon as today. Meanwhile, Facebook is taking down posts and events meant to protest a lack of rollbacks to social distancing, including here in Wisconsin. Facebook says it will be removing any anti-quarantine events that defy that respective state government's guidelines. Events in New Jersey and California have already been removed from the social media. Facebook says it's waiting for clarity and guidance before it removes a protest event scheduled for Wisconsin's capital this Friday. More than 3,200 people have RSVP'd for that rally.
The financial fallout from the pandemic is now affecting some of the most vital healthcare workers in the country. ER doctors in at least a half a dozen states say they're taking pay cuts of up to 40%. Doctors in the emergency medicine department at Mayo Clinic have already had their salaries cut at least 10% ahead of the hospital's anticipated $3 billion revenue loss. According to JP Morgan Chase, these revenue losses from hospitals across the country come from the hold placed on elective surgical procedures, which accounts for half or more of most hospitals' revenue. Nurse midwives say there has been an increased interest for home births as the pandemic continues. That's leading to pediatricians releasing new guidelines for them. The American Academy of Pediatrics say pregnant women are considered eligible for home births if they have no pre-existing disease. That includes diabetes or high blood pressure. It also recommends that the best home birth candidates are carrying only one child and are at least 37 weeks pregnant.
The country's biggest union of nurses is set to protest outside the White House today to ask for more personal protective equipment. National Nurses United says they have not been provided with the equipment that would safely protect them. Newsweek reports the union is calling for Congress to amend its upcoming stimulus bill to help produce more supplies for nurses and for hospitals. The latest numbers from the CDC show roughly 20% of all COVID-19 cases are healthcare workers. Meanwhile, hundreds of Amazon workers across the country are reportedly planning to strike today over concerns about COVID-19. USA Today is reporting employees want improved work conditions that protect them against the virus. Amazon has said it is taking protective measures, including providing masks, raising pay, and hiring more workers. A previous strike happened just last month at the Staten Island warehouse, where workers walked out during lunch.
The U.S. Navy and CDC are jointly investigating the coronavirus outbreak aboard the USS Theodore Roosevelt. Nearly 700 crew members aboard the aircraft carrier tested positive for the virus. One sailor has died already. The inquiry will look to find the origin of the outbreak and understand how it spread rapidly on board the ship. Well, one of the last cruise ships still at sea after the coronavirus outbreak is now docked in France this morning. The MSC Magnifica left port in Italy on January 5th with nearly 1,800 passengers on board and has since been to several ports. A spokeswoman says all passengers are healthy, but they will be checked for temperatures and symptoms as they disembark.
6:17 on your Tuesday. Us morning folks love this time of year, Hads, because the sun is rising with us.
Yeah, the best part about this shift, the sun is up this morning, skies are clear. Little deceiving because it still is pretty chilly outside. We're at 31 here in Madison. Janesville is one of the warmer spots with 34 degrees this morning, 33 in Lone Rock, but only 28 in the Dells. Winds are going to be a factor today. Unlike yesterday, the winds will be from the northwest, so that means kind of a chilling effect on temperatures today. 15 to 20 miles an hour through the afternoon will keep temperatures a little bit below normal today. Here's a look at your day planner temperatures. We are heading to highs in the upper 40s with sunshine all day, but again, that wind will make it feel a little chilly. You'll definitely want your jacket as you head out the door this morning.
Yes, you will. All right, Hattie, thank you.
We are so excited to take a minute now and introduce a new member of our morning show team.
Yeah, meet Chris Stanford. He is new to our team, but you're not new to Wisconsin, Chris.
It's a homecoming of sorts. I grew up in Stevens Point, about 100 miles to the north. My wife is also from Wisconsin, so it's great to bring our family back here. We've been away for a while. Here's a picture of my family.
Aww.
Yeah. Now, Hattie's already starting to give me some tips on how to manage the kids as well as the shift. It's not easy. And another thing that hasn't been easy, I'm sure for you all, is the transition with the COVID-19 and the social distancing and having to work from home and everything. I don't know how you've done it.
The distance, it was like even yesterday when you showed up, we all wanted to shake your hand, and you can't even do that.
You know, bumps and elbows, you know. That's a tough habit to break. You know?
It is.
A lot of people wanted to shake my hands. It's just, you know, it's the new reality that that we're living in right now. I've also been on that COVID diet over the last month and a half of being at home a lot.
We can relate.
Leah, I know you're really into fitness, so I'm going to have to hit you up for maybe some new workout
Oh boy,
routines.
some home bar workouts, maybe a little CrossFit in the backyard, 6 feet distance away. We can give that a shot. You made that big move from Oklahoma City, right?
Yeah, I've been in Oklahoma for the past 3 years, and hey, traffic was really smooth coming up. I'll say that.
Gotta look at the positives, right?
I know, but yeah, it's an interesting time to be transitioning, you know, amidst a global pandemic right now. And so I just want to thank everybody here for being very accommodating and the transition and taking a little bit more time. And I can't wait to get to know and get to reconnect with some people who I haven't known for quite some time as I start tomorrow here on the show full time.
We're excited to have you.
So excited.
All right, just getting to start here, and yeah, we're getting to know you, Chris. We already welcome you here. We're glad you're safe at home, and coming up, we're actually going to talk a little bit more of this challenge that we started since the COVID-19 went on. We're going to have more on today's challenge for tomorrow in just a little bit.
Yeah, Chris is going to join us for that segment. Plus, coming up in our next half hour, how a potential immigration restriction could impact farmers who rely on foreign workers to help with seasonal planting. That's when News 3 Now This Morning continues. Stay with us.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Here at Curiosity Stream, we want to help keep your mind stimulated. For a limited time, we're offering a full year subscription for just $11.99. That's access to thousands of documentaries and award-winning programs. From dinosaurs to Dior, we've got something interesting and educational for everyone. Stay engaged and entertained. Stay in. Stay curious. At CuriosityStream.com.
Yeah, I'm a professional remodeler, and I go to Nuns. Why? Well, my clients love them because they have all those snazzy-looking countertops. You know, like beautiful marble countertops, stunning quartz slabs, you name it. To be honest, I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, who needs all that glitz and glamour from a counter? But my clients love those snazzy-looking countertops, so we go to Nuns.
Nuns, kitchen, bath, and flooring.
In 1930, we began helping people in Milwaukee who were hurt and killed by the carelessness of others. Over the past 89 years, the awards for our clients totals well into the billions of dollars, probably more than all the other personal injury firms in the state combined. When you do something for so long, you tend to get pretty good at it. And we will continue that fight for justice every day in towns throughout Wisconsin. Habish, and Rotier.
Here at Weedman Lawn Care, we believe that your lawn should be a place where memories are made, a source of pride, relaxation, and fun for the whole family. That's why we proudly offer a child and pet-friendly program, so you can enjoy a healthier, greener, weed-free lawn without sacrificing peace of mind.
Our program offers effective, targeted weed control, and our golf course quality fertilizer creates a beautiful outdoor space. Don't your kids and grandkids deserve a Weedman lawn? Trust the lawn care experts. Trust Weedman.
This is our home. We've never seen it look quite like this.
But there's no mistaking it. And it's our job to protect it.
Because the best people to fight for our communities
are those within them.
So if you've just bought a Volkswagen or were thinking of buying sometime soon, we're here to help with the community-driven promise.
Welcome back at 6:23. If your daily work video conferences are getting a little dull, well, now you can liven them up by arranging to have a farm animal make an appearance. And Leah, this is for you.
This is right up my alley, folks. It's a fundraiser organized by Love and Arms Animals Sanctuary in Colorado. Here's how it works. You go online, you take a look at all of the bios of the animals, then you choose one to join your business meeting. The site offers a range of dates and time slots. If you'd like to set up an appearance animal to join your business meeting, prices start at $100. We'll see if News 3 Now will foot that bill.
Oh,
For
boy.
personal meetings, the price is just $50.
Way to raise some money there for a good cause, maybe, perhaps. I mean,
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, you could do a lot of good that way.
You could confuse the heck out of your boss with it, too.
Yeah. Have you guys done any video conferencing? Have you guys done the
Every
Zoom
morning.
thing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? I may be the only person in America that hasn't done a video conference since this quarantine started.
Oh, welcome to the party.
Yeah, my mom
how
was
I escaped that.
my mom, she's a city administrator up in Minnesota, and she was doing a city council meeting last night over Zoom, so she took a
is that
picture and
right?
sent it to me. So yeah, everyone's doing it right now. It's
A lot
quite
of
crazy.
families doing like happy hours over Zooms. I know my family's done a couple of those.
Yep,
All right, 6:20. Oh, go ahead, Hattie.
Oh, I was going to say, lots of workouts happening over Zoom as well.
That too.
Very true. 6:24 now. Let's take a look at tomorrow's Safe at Home Challenge. Every day, of course, we're putting out this challenge for families to tackle since they have all that extra time at home.
All right, here's tomorrow's challenge. It is time to tap into your inner Picasso. We want to see her best finger paintings. No brushes allowed. Here's an example that Jake, our producer, did
Are we sure that was
yesterday.
done with a finger or a brush?
Jake.
Jake. Be sure to head over to our website, channel3000.com/safeathome to send in your submissions. This should be a good one.
Very talented young producer there, Jake. We're impressed by your work.
If this whole news thing falls through, maybe he can turn it back. Well, let's take a look. Maybe you want to paint something outside today. You maybe want to just wear a jacket. Here's a nice sunrise to get you going early this morning. We have clear skies early today, but temperatures are below the freezing point. Here's thunder in Baraboo. I think this just sums up the self-quarantine thing right here. Finding a sunny spot today and just taking a nap. 45 at 3 p.m. Our forecast has temperatures that will climb from the 30s this morning back into the 40s today, but that's about as warm as it's going to get. Our highs should be in the upper 40s later on this afternoon. Northwest winds will keep it a little chilly.
Thank you very much, Hattie. Stay with us. The last half hour of News 3 Now this morning is straight ahead.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Get the Barnes 4-Step Lawn Care Program by scheduling a free consult with a Barnes licensed lawn care professional. From planting to pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between. We are Barnes. Get started today at barnesinc.net.
We wrote the book on replacement windows here at Mad City Windows. Now take a look at our custom-made Eco Sky windows, featuring Sky Mirror technology and layers of low E to give your home an energy upgrade. You know, Mad City, Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. And you can count on us to put a high-performance Energy Star rated window in your home. And you can take advantage of the Factory Direct Window Blowout Sale. Get a house full of windows for $29.95. $29.95. Ask about 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Look at the bonus. Buy 7 or more premium windows and get a patio door installed for free. Call during this program and get a free Walmart or Amazon gift card with estimate. Be sure to ask about our virtual online estimates. Call us here in Madison and throughout South Central Wisconsin at 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616. Be sure to ask about Mad City's Do More discount. Get additional savings on a new bath and kitchen upgrades. We're going to put a great product in your home. Now remember, we're going to put a high-performance Energy Star rated window in your home with the extra coatings of low E to give your home an energy upgrade. And now would be a great time to call and save a lot of money during our Factory Direct Window Blowout Sale. Get a house full of windows for $29.95. $29.95. This price won't last long. Go to the phone and call in now. Ask about 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. And look at the bonus. You buy 7 or more premium windows and you get a new patio door installed for free. And if you call during this program, you get a free $100 Walmart gift card or Amazon gift card with your estimate. And be sure to ask about our virtual online estimates only from Mad City Windows.
Together, we can do this. Our spirit is what unites us. It is what bonds us and reminds us we are all one. Which is why if you need a vehicle during this time, we are offering 0% financing for 84 months with no payments for 90 days. And the ability to shop and buy from the safety of your home. Better days are ahead, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram will help you drive forward.
Get the Barnes 4-Step Lawn Care Program by scheduling a free consult with a Barnes licensed lawn care professional. From planting to pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between. We are Barnes. Get started today at barnesinc.net.
In just a few hours, the Vice President will be in Madison. We'll tell you why he's visiting Wisconsin coming up.
And we have a sunny start to this Tuesday morning, but you might want to find that jacket again. I'll have all the details in just a few minutes.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, folks. Happy Tuesday. You are waking up to a beautiful sunrise out there on this April 21st. I'm Leah Lynch. I'm glad you could join us.
I'm Josh Breiter. Thanks for joining us. It's a big week for us here. You've met Chris Stanford a couple times already throughout the show. We're going to get to know him a little bit more coming up in just about 10 minutes here as well.
We're so excited to have him join our team. But first, let's get to your top headlines this morning. Vice President Mike Pence is paying a visit to Madison today.
He is set to tour the GE plant here that is now making ventilators to help COVID-19 patients. That's where we find our Keely Arthur live ahead of his visit today. Good morning, Keely.
Good morning. That's right. So many hardworking men and women right here in Madison are creating thousands of ventilators that are going to help people across the country battle COVID-19. Mike Pence is going to meet with those hard workers today. Now, Pence is the head of the coronavirus White House task force. Now, the government has compelled major manufacturers like Ford Motor Company, which is collaborating with GE Healthcare to make these ventilators. A few weeks ago, GE began doubling its production capacity for the ventilators and expanding its Madison production line to 24-hour operation. So people are in there right now working to make these ventilators happen. Pence is going to talk to those workers today. And our Eric Franke, News 3 Now's anchor for the 10 p.m. news, is going to actually sit down with Mike Pence today. He's going to talk to the vice president about how Wisconsin is responding to the COVID-19 pandemic, and then also discuss when we should reopen our economy within the state. So some interesting questions that are going to be asked to the vice president today, and we will have that live for you. Josh and Leah.
Keely Arthur live in Madison this morning. Keely, thank you.
We're also expecting to learn more today about President Trump's plans to suspend immigration to the U.S. In a tweet last night, the president said his decision is in light of the attack from the invisible enemy and the need to protect the jobs of our great American citizens. He didn't offer a timeline or details about which immigration programs would be impacted. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, almost all visa processing had already been suspended for weeks.
The president's potential order raises questions for farmers this morning who rely on foreign workers to help with seasonal work. When farmers don't have enough domestic workers, the H-2A visa program allows them to bring immigrants to the U.S. to help with planting, cultivating, and harvesting. The USDA recently made some temporary amendments that would allow these workers to start sooner and stay longer during the pandemic. It's unclear how the executive order would impact farmers and these workers. It's not only farmers who could be affected by this order. Hospitals and other healthcare providers could lose some of their workforce. The State Department loosened its restrictions on foreign workers this month. Now, healthcare workers with an approved U.S. non-immigrant or immigrant visa petition can request an emergency visa appointment with their U.S. embassy to come to the U.S. to help treat COVID-19.
Now, all of this comes at the same time that President Trump hopes to reopen states' economies. The president's new three-phase approach looks to ease restrictions restrictions depending on if states meet specific case count and hospital capacity thresholds. Vice President Pence believes every state is ready to go through phase 1. That requires a decrease in cases over a 2-week period and a return to pre-crisis conditions in hospitals. Here in Wisconsin, we saw 150 more confirmed cases in just the past day. That brings our total to 4,500 cases statewide. Down south, governors of Georgia, Tennessee, and South Carolina all plan on starting to open up their states as early as this week. Georgia's governor ordered gyms, bowling alleys, tattoo parlors, and hair salons to open on Friday. Restaurants and theaters will be allowed to open Monday. This is despite a model from the Institute of Health Metrics and Evaluation that shows Georgia should not start relaxing social distancing until after June 15th, when the state can more accurately trace coronavirus tests.
Right now, the Tavern League of Wisconsin wants to see similar steps taken here. They're asking the governor to reopen bars and restaurants on May 1st with safety provisions in place. All employees would have to wear masks and gloves. They would also have restaurants cut capacity in half, keep tables 6 feet apart, and also keep parties to 6 people or less. Governor Evers says a May 1st timeline likely won't work, but didn't say what he thought of the other suggestions.
President Trump says up to 60,000 people in the U.S. are now expected to die from coronavirus. That's about half of what the original projection was back in March. CNN reports, though, those new projections could grow if states move too quickly to reopen. 42,000 people have already died from the coronavirus across the country. Testing is another way to significantly slow the spread of COVID-19 and prevent more people from dying.
In Wisconsin, Governor Evers says the goal is to process 85,000 tests per week. That's 12,000 a day. Right now, we're at more than 7,000 a day. Exact Sciences is helping. They're dedicating a lot of their lab capacity and resources to COVID-19 tests. They say they're committed to doing about 20,000 tests each week. Epic is also pitching in, helping distribute those tests to healthcare systems across the state. Governor Evers says the state is also expanding testing criteria, saying everyone who needs a test should be able to get one.
It is becoming less likely that the Senate will vote on a coronavirus relief package today. Senators left yesterday afternoon with no deal to restore a now empty relief fund for small businesses. One of the things holding up an agreement is whether to include provisions for a national testing strategy. The deal would include around $310 billion for the Small Business Administration and its paycheck program.
New this morning, Milwaukee's health commissioner says they believe at least 7 people caught coronavirus from election-related activities there. The Journal Sentinel reports 6 voters and 1 poll worker are now sick after going to the polls on April 7th. Health officials only have 30% of the data concerning new COVID-19 tests associated with Election Day. They hope to have more information on whether the cases were concentrated at a specific polling location by the end of the week.
There's a lot of speculation this morning over the health of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. CNN reports the U.S. is monitoring intelligence that he's in grave danger after reportedly having heart surgery. The South Korean government says it hasn't detected any unusual activity from North Korea and believes he is handling state affairs as usual.
6:36 right now. Hattie McLean is here looking back at a double rainbow from last night. I totally missed this because I went to bed early. I'm kind of sad.
I'm a little jealous that you were in bed and missed this because it happened between 6 and 7 o'clock. But nonetheless, it was a gorgeous sight. You can see the dark skies to the east, but that bright rainbow, even a double for southern Wisconsin. Great view, at least here in Madison. Thanks to Darren for sending that picture in. Here's a look at total accumulation. It was pretty light and spotty across the area. In fact, most of southern Wisconsin really barely picking up any measurable precipitation from that front yesterday. But some of those storms did move through the area. There were quite a few wind gusts reported as they moved through during the late afternoon hours. This morning, though, things are pretty quiet around here. Just a few light snow showers downwind of the Great Lakes early this morning, but otherwise to the west, things are pretty quiet. High pressure in control today will guarantee us a lot of sunshine. As you can see on Weather Track, just no cloud cover here in Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa. Things all looking pretty quiet right now. Temperatures across the region under those clear skies are a little chilly. It's 30 in Minneapolis. Eau Claire checks in with 27. Green Bay is at 30. Right about there here in Madison with 31 degrees. A closer look at southern Wisconsin will show you that many spots are waking up at or below freezing this morning. 32 in Platteville and Mineral Point. Boscobel is at 31, down to 27 in the Dells. Camp Douglas actually up 1 degree now to 24, but still pretty chilly there. Our future track forecast forecast shows you pretty windy conditions today. It'll be a northwesterly wind, so that's really going to cause those temperatures to warm up rather slowly today. By the lunch hour, only in the low 40s despite the sunshine. Through the afternoon, high temperatures should reach the mid to upper 40s. We'll be close to 50 here in Madison with a high of 49 later today, but that northwesterly wind will make it feel pretty chilly. Now, skies remain clear during the early evening hours, but clouds roll in by midnight or even just a little bit before. Not the best news, but there is a meteor shower tonight. It's peaking tonight. The Lyrid meteor shower peaks tonight, so for us, the best time to view it would be before 10 o'clock when those clouds move in, of course. Look to the northeastern part of the sky. These meteors are typically pretty bright and pretty fast, so a nice meteor shower. We could see 10 to 20 meteors per hour tonight. Here's a look at your extended forecast. 60s then in the area tomorrow, 63. There is a chance for some rain early on in the day and then again later on in the afternoon. We're back into the 50s then for Thursday and Friday.
All right, Hattie, thank you.
So whether they're graduating high school or college, seniors across the country are missing out on traditional rites of passage.
One Facebook group is trying to make that a little easier on students by connecting them with people who want to help make them feel special.
Especially in a time like this, a stranger doing this for me just makes my heart grow like 10 sizes.
A new Facebook group called Adopt a Senior 2020 lets anyone connect and show support for graduating seniors. People can adopt seniors through the group and are encouraged to send cards, small gifts, or anything else to them to help them celebrate their accomplishments.
You have to give a shout out to these seniors who are making the best of it. My cousin Grace, I'm thinking of you, dear. It's a tough time.
Yeah, I can't really imagine. I go back to my senior year missing out on senior prom, graduation, senior skip day, like all these things where it's like, oh, you know, your heart goes out to them for sure.
I know, unprecedented times for those seniors. We're thinking about them right now. Well, here at News 3 Now, we also want to thank all of the people in our community that are making a difference during this time of uncertainty.
Yeah, every morning we are featuring someone who's keeping us safe and helping us all get through this tough time, and we've got a really good one for you today. Today we're thanking the emergency room team at Richland Hospital. They sent us in this picture and said, small town heroes here to serve you. Even in a small town, you are still making a big impact and making us very proud. So thank you for continuing to keep us safe.
Very proud of those small town workers. They deserve that shout out.
All right, 6:40 right now. Let's take a look at your first warn traffic, and we do have a new traffic incident into the traffic center this morning. This is on the westbound side of Highway 12 at the interstate. There is a stalled vehicle in the leftbound left lane there, so you're going to want to keep that in mind. We have some good news this morning. This is involving the Merrimack Ferry between Columbia and Sauk counties this morning. It is now open this week for essential travel only, Monday through Saturday, and you have to stay in your vehicle. But there's some good news there. If you are in that area, you can now use that as well. All right, as we go to break, we're going to introduce you coming up to our newest member of our team here on News 3 Now this morning. Stick around. We will be right back.
It's time to freshen up around your yard. This year, don't struggle with bulky bags of mulch. Call JR.
JR's mulch sales, spread it around.
When the doctor said Mama wasn't going to get better, I didn't know what to do. I've never been through this before, and I'm not ready. My brothers want to help, but how? I keep thinking, how will we get through this?
A Grace will help with kind, capable caregivers at your door who know how to handle the tough moments ahead. A Grace, hospice and palliative care. When you don't know where to turn, call us. A Grace will help.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Are you nervous about leaving your parents' phone plan?
You got this.
You could have.
It's just a plan. Nope.
Individual plan phobia.
Plan phobia? Mm-hmm. We got your back.
Switch to your own plan at US Cellular and get $400 back.
Plan phobia? Mm-hmm. They got your back.
Switch and get $400 back. Only at US Cellular. Choose fair.
Getting meals to go from Hy-Vee is even easier with the new Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go website and curbside pickup. Just order delicious meals online and get no contact pickup. Choose from Chinese, sushi, fried chicken, lasagna, enchiladas, burgers, pizza, many of your favorite sides, and more. Just order online at Hy-Vee.com/mealtime. Then park in a designated mealtime spot and we'll bring your order out. Feed your family for less and order Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go today.
The law offices of Gingras, Thompson, and Walks are here to support our community through this challenging time. We thank everyone bringing invaluable services to our neighbors. The Gingras, Thompson, and Walks team remains available to assist in any way.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today.
With so much uncertainty in all of our lives right now, News 3 Now wants you to know we're here for you. And like you, we're practicing social distancing and working from home whenever possible. But we are still committed to bringing you the information you need every day. Trust us for the latest facts on the health crisis and the related economic factors as well. We all want to get our lives back on track, and we'll get there together.
Well, if you missed our last half hour, we have some very exciting news to share this morning.
We are very proud to welcome a new member to our morning family. Chris Stanford will be joining us at the desk starting tomorrow, but we wanted to give you all a chance to meet him today. And I've said it before, Chris, but we should really be saying welcome back because you're from Wisconsin.
Yeah, I grew up in Stevens Point. My wife and I are both from that area and couldn't be more excited to bring our family back up to Wisconsin. Here are my 3 little girls and my wife right here. I wanted them to grow up in a great community like I did, and so moving them at this stage in their life just made a lot of sense, and we couldn't be happier to be back so close to friends and family here in Wisconsin.
Yeah, and you've also worked in Wisconsin a couple jobs before as well.
Yeah, I've worked in the Wausau market and the Eau Claire market and over in Minneapolis, so very familiar with what's going on here. I can't wait to get ingrained back into the community and to start to make a difference.
I think we're excited for when social distancing rules can start to relax.
This is new for me. This is totally new. I feel like you're so far away.
I know. Right. I'm excited for like all 4 of us to be on the couch again. Like, isn't that going to be amazing?
Back like a family. We're so excited to have you, Chris, though.
Well, thank you. I'm sure a lot of people are excited to kind of put this behind us. And who knows what it's going to look like on the other side of this. But I think this is such a crucially important time for what we are doing. So if you were watching this morning, like, thank you for staying informed and tuning in, because I think this really is a critical time for everybody to know exactly what's going on out there and what we can expect going forward.
So tomorrow morning is your first morning co-anchoring with us, and I'm putting out a challenge to you ahead of time.
Let's do it. What do you got?
You're picking the color tomorrow. So
that's the thing. Like, we pick the color.
We do every day.
Yep.
Very strict about it. So we're putting that out for you on the first day.
I'll have to think long and hard about it.
Sounds good, Chris. Well, it's good to have you here.
Great to be here.
Well, Miss Hattie McLean, keeping an eye on our first warn weather for this Tuesday. What do you got for us, Hads?
I certainly am. We'll have a great shot of Madison right now. This is from the Edgewater Sky Cam. Skies are completely clear. You can see the lake, though, a little rough. There is a northwest wind to factor into our forecast today. Our temperatures are starting out in the low 30s and upper 20s, so it is below freezing in many spots. Future track wind speed today, those winds will be increasing through the afternoon. We're talking 15 to 20 miles an hour. So again, a pretty breezy day. That northwesterly wind will keep things on the cool side. Our day planner temperatures today take us only into the upper 40s. Yesterday we were in the 60s, so you'll want to grab that jacket again today as you head outside.
All right, Hattie, thank you.
Coming up in the morning sprint, we're following breaking news overseas as a popular fall festival is now canceled.
But first, on this April 21st, we want to say happy birthday to Gavin, Maya, and Sebastian, and all the other kids turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with News 3 Now this morning.
Amazon.com skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry. With honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship. Dedicated to being the best. So when you need a plumber for an important upgrade or 24-hour emergency service, call RHD. For your home or business, get the job done right the first time with no surprises. With the reliable, honest, and dedicated plumbing professionals of RHD Plumbing, proudly serving all of Dane County.
Wearing the Simplicity name is no small thing. In fact, it's a very big thing. And with all of its premium features, so is the Simplicity Regent Lawn Tractor, like rear suspension for a smoother ride, a free-floating mower deck with rear rollers that let you create ballpark-style stripes, and a super dependable Briggs & Stratton V-twin engine. So stop by your neighborhood Simplicity dealer today.
Power Centers of Madison. Visit powercentersofmadison.com.
When it comes to a better night's sleep, maybe it's time to shop inside the box. And at denvermattress.com, your perfect bed in a box is just a click away. Shop today and save big on factory direct bestsellers like the Easy Choice, the earth-friendly comfort of the Aspen, and for you sporty types, the Athlete's Choice. Plus, make your money work for you with 5 years no-interest financing and free delivery right to your doorstep. Unpack a better tomorrow, tonight, only at Denver Mattress. The easiest way to get the right mattress.
Without a lawyer, trying to handle an injury case on your own is really playing blind. The insurance company has all of the information. They have all of the power because they do it every day. So what we really try to tell people is that our job is to level the playing field. But I think the biggest thing that we hear from people is that they're just so relieved not to have to worry about the process, about what's going to happen next, about whether they're doing the right thing, because we'll just deal with it.
New Colgate Optic White Renewal removes 10 years of yellow stains. That's like all the way back to 2010.
To the doggy!
Remove 10 years of yellow stains with new Colgate Optic White Renewal.
Does your battery deliver extra life or extra power?
Extra life.
Extra power.
Extra life.
Extra power.
Extra life.
Power.
Life.
Power.
Extra life.
No need to argue. Versus Copper Top, Duracell Optimum delivers extra life in some devices or extra power in others.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
Welcome back, folks. It's 6:50, time for the morning sprint.
We start this morning with Keely Arthur, who is live ahead of the Vice President's visit to Madison today. Keely, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, you can see things are getting kind of busy behind me here at the GE plant where the Vice President is set to visit today. The plant is significant because they are making ventilators to help fight COVID-19. Now, Pence is the head of the White House Coronavirus Task Force. He is in Madison today and talking with the workers who are helping with the ventilators, and he's also speaking to our Eric Franke. Franke is going to speak to him a little bit more about how Wisconsin is responding to the COVID-19 crisis and when our economy should reopen. Leah?
Thank you, Keely. There's a lot of speculation this morning over North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's health. This comes after CNN reported the U.S. is monitoring intelligence that he's in grave danger after reportedly having heart surgery. The South Korean government says they haven't detected anything unusual from North Korea, and they believe he's handling state affairs as usual.
Breaking news overseas this morning, Germany's Oktoberfest is canceled because of the coronavirus. Reuters reports the world's largest folk festival brings in 6 million partygoers every year. People pack into tents with long wooden tables and bands, bringing in more than $1 billion for Munich. It was scheduled to take place September 19th to October 4th.
We're expecting to learn more today about President Trump's plans to suspend immigration to the U.S. The president tweeted last night his decision is, quote, in light of the attack from the invisible enemy and the need to protect the jobs of our American citizens. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, almost all visa processing by the State Department had already been suspended for weeks.
The president's potential order raises questions for farmers who rely on foreign workers to help with seasonal work. When farmers don't have enough domestic workers, the H-2A visa program allows them to bring immigrants to the U.S. to help with planting, cultivating, and harvesting. It's unclear how the executive order would impact farmers and these workers.
The order could also cause hospitals and other healthcare providers to lose some of their workforce. The State Department loosened its restrictions on those workers this month. Right now, healthcare workers with an approved visa petition can request an emergency appointment with their U.S. embassy to come to the the U.S. to help treat COVID-19.
A federal judge is ordering U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement to consider releasing all immigrants at risk of dying if they get infected by the coronavirus. A California judge says immigrants with increased risk of sickness or death from the virus should be identified so they can be better protected. 220 of the 31,000 immigrants held by ICE have coronavirus.
The Pentagon is extending military travel restrictions through June, even as the president pushes for some states to start reopening next month. Time reports the travel limits were set to expire May 11th. The restrictions apply to military families as well as military members for official domestic and international travel. It does not apply to travel-related recruiting and moving trainees.
We have enough testing capacity today for every state in America to go to phase 1 if they meet the other criteria.
President Trump's move to suspend immigration comes at the same time as his efforts to reopen economies of states here in the U.S. The vice president believes every state is ready to go through phase 1 of President Trump's 3-phase plan, which requires a decrease in cases over a 2-week period and a return to pre-crisis conditions in hospitals. Wisconsin has seen 150 more confirmed cases in just the past day, bringing the total to 4,500 cases statewide.
Georgia's governor plans to start opening up his state later this week. Gyms, bowling alleys, tattoo parlors, and hair salons are expected to reopen on Friday. Restaurants and theaters will be allowed to reopen Monday. A model from the Institute of Health Metrics and Evaluation shows Georgia shouldn't start relaxing social distancing until after June 15th.
Milwaukee's health commissioner says they believe at least 7 people caught coronavirus from election-related activities there. The Journal Sentinel reports 6 voters and 1 poll worker are now sick after going to the polls on April 7th. Health officials only have 30% of the data concerning new COVID-19 cases associated with Election Day. They hope to have more information by the end of this week.
It's becoming less likely that the Senate will vote on a coronavirus relief package today. Senators left early yesterday afternoon with no deal to restore a now empty relief fund for small businesses. The Senate scheduled a session for 4 p.m. Eastern Time today, just in case negotiators finish the deal before then. That deal would include around $310 billion for the Small Business Administration and its paycheck program.
If you owe money for things like private student loans, credit cards, or medical bills, you might not get your stimulus check. Forbes reports that while the CARES Act gives protections against collection for most federal and state debt, it doesn't specifically prevent a private debt collector from taking the check to cover unpaid bills. Now, some governors have already issued executive orders to prevent private collectors from doing this. 6:55 now. Let's take a closer look at the roads and some more information on that traffic incident. This is on Highway 12 at the interstate. The westbound lanes, the left shoulder is blocked due to a stalled vehicle, so you'll want to keep that in mind. If you're in Columbia or Sauk counties this morning, you can now use the Merrimack Ferry, which is open for essential travel only. So there's some good news as you head out the door this morning. That's your First Warn traffic.
And your First Warn weather forecast calls for temperatures to climb into the upper 40s later on today. We will have northwesterly winds that will be increasing today, though, 15 to 20 miles an hour, keeping a bit of a chill in the air. There is a chance for a few light sprinkles or even some snowflakes later on tonight across southern Wisconsin. There will be a break in the activity, but then another chance for some showers and isolated thunderstorms during the afternoon. Here's a look at your extended forecast. A little on the cool side today, but dry with highs in the upper 40s.
Thank you very much, Hattie.
All right, there's a live look now. We expect Vice President Pence here later this morning. Stay with us.